Yeah, this is just the way my life's going these last 24 hours. The battery is just fattenised. It's gone red hot and it's died. Anyway, so that's about 40-minute video footage dead. So I've just picked up the phone, sod it. And I'm just going to repeat everything I just said to the bloody GoPro, aren't I? All right, Star. That's Star and Mojo there. Very happy with your new boy, ain't you? All right, not very touchy, are you? Right, so goat farming. I'm not sure what's actually going to happen after what we found out yesterday. So, long story short, we're ready to sell 4 bucklings. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but we've got another almost 20 boys that are going to be ready to go in about another month and a half, depending on their growth rate, which is pretty fantastic at the moment, I must say. So Toon rang who I call the Goat Man, most respected goat farmer and experienced goat farmer in our local area, because he buys and sells goats as well as farming goats. And we normally sell them to him. He's like a middleman, and then he sells them on to the meat industry. Sometimes he fattens them up if they're sort of like quite small. So Toon gave me a ring and said, look, we got some 20 kg boys. What's the current price? And he said, well, there isn't a price at the minute because Thailand isn't exporting goats. The market is totally closed. Toon did hear online, or read online rather, something to do with neighbouring countries of Thailand having a bit of a fallout, so to speak, and uncertainty regarding Thailand's Prime Minister situation. So they put a halt on all goat exports. I don't know why it should affect that. I don't know. I'm not that sort of savvy. So we can't sell them, and we're at full capacity. We can't shoehorn another goat into our goat house. I've been putting my bloody finger over here, aren't I, you numpty? Whatever. Apologies for that. I don't know what we're going to do, guys. We've got more goats that are pregnant and more goats that are going to be pregnant, and we've got no room for them. Can't sell what we've got. I don't know. Absolutely don't know. As well as being full capacity at the house, we're full capacity time-wise. You know, 80 goats. It's flipping hard work, and I'm not moaning. We love it. We do really love it. This is our calling in life, as far as I'm concerned and Toon's concerned. We spent a lot of time and effort getting to where we are now, and bouncing back from certain setbacks. So the hard work is part and parcel of keeping these fantastic animals. The herd's healthier than it's ever been before. There's so few deaths now, so few goats that have to be put down, thank goodness. And it feels like we're finally competent goat farmers. But what we're certainly not competent in it at the moment is sales. And I've always sort of like advocated people considering going into goat farming because there's a world shortage of goat meat. There's not enough goat meat for people who want to eat it. So this is a huge setback for us and of course fellow goat farmers. To give you an idea how serious the situation is, the Goat Man no longer buys and sells goats to other goat farmers. The last goats he bought were 700 baht each. That's right, 700 baht. And that's not for a buckling. That's for a doe, a sexually mature doe. And it wasn't just one, it was just like a whole job lot. And it was only like, what, 2.5, 3 years ago? That same doe would be 6,000 baht. People are just binning it off. You know, they got they probably haven't got enough land to feed them, so they're having to go out collecting food. Well, you know, it costs you money. Never mind your time, your petrol driving around to collect the food. In the dry season, a lot of goat farmers aren't as hardcore as Toon, and they won't go out in this weather trying to scratch together a load of leukina for their goats. So they buy pellet, they buy ram, also soybean skin, pre-shredded napier, all that sort of stuff. So their overheads are too high. Luckily our overheads are, I think, as low as we can get. We probably give them about 10 kg of ram a day, which is 5 baht a kg. We're probably doing 100 baht a day on petrol, Toon doing 3 trips. We have the minerals, salt, and everything else is sourced off the land. So our napier, they have the bananas, old palm and coconut branches. They've heard an engine go past. They think it's Toon coming with the tin. It's not. So we can keep going, but I don't know what we're going to do about the capacity. I really don't know. We can't build another house. The goat man was saying, just build another house and take all your bucklings out of there and keep them separate in there, and just try and weather the storm until we can all start selling goats again. Now we have got an old goat house, as some of you will know, that's up near the farmhouse. That was the original goat house that we had built. That's on its last legs. Whether we can patch that together and start relocating some of the bigger bucklings, get them away from their mums so that they can recover. You look at Yo-Yo here now. You know, her boy should be taken off her now and kept separate. Otherwise they won't recover. She does like a little bit of a buck, don't you? So you know, if she's not already pregnant, she soon will be, and what we don't want is her buckling, called Kong, to still be taking milk off her when she should be recuperating and putting a bit of weight back on the old hips. You're a bit skinny, lass, aren't you? They're as healthy as anything. We're really on top of things now, guys. It's lovely to see such a healthy, strong herd. But here's the problem. Even if we can salvage the other goat house, we've then got to run 2 goat houses, and I'm not sure whether we can physically do that. I'm not sure if there's enough hours in the day, because I think at the moment, without any bullshit, talking straight, guys, we have about an hour spare per day. Not moaning at all. We choose this life. And that's the trade-off, isn't it? That's for something that you absolutely love doing, and animals that you adore. We're prepared to put the long hours in. But of course, while we're contemplating our next move, if we do that other goat house up, then that is easily our last hour of spare time swallowed up. Yeah, you're basically doubling your efforts, although you're not doubling the feed. It's running 2 goat houses, so it's 2 lots of cleaning, watering, feeding, putting them away at night, letting them out in the morning. So that's basically more than an hour. So I don't know. I'm not sure whether we've got much choice. We can't give up. We had started looking into maybe pigs or cows, but you know, we're coming up 4 years, I think, being goat farmers, and we only now feel, I wouldn't say 100% competent, but you know, flipping good goat farmers in my opinion. And yeah, it's been a rocky road. I don't want to start all over again with different animals, trying to learn them. And I'm sure it's fun keeping pigs, quite rewarding. Same with cows, but You know, I've got a strong bond with these animals, as Toon has, and understand them. You know, not only do we know all the names, 80 odd names, you can reel them all off, no problem. I'm not bullshitting. We probably know, I would say, about 20 to 30 goats' voices. So, Hoover there. I mean, I didn't have to look at. Wankhead, that is not Hoover. That's Heidi. Don't listen to me. What a load of bullshit. Oh, there she is. Hoover. See, I thought I got it wrong. Yeah, we know this herd inside out. You know, and it's took a long time to get to this point where we just know everyone's history. We don't need to keep a record. It's all in the old noggin. You know, and I know the setbacks that we've had with Ruby. Quite susceptible to parasites, bit of a skin condition. We know Sherbet's character down to a T, although she's a big goat, and sometimes she's the matriarch of the herd. She's got a lovely temperament and doesn't throw her weight about. Heidi, on the other hand, a little pocket rocket, nasty as anything. Harlan doesn't really like to be touched. Whether she'll change or not in the future, don't know. Hope's probably going to be ending up as small as her mum, but still as cute as anything. Molly, very slow growing because she was a twin. So we just know these goats inside out, and it's everything seems to come as second nature now. You know, and I don't want to give up on them. Really don't want to give up on them. But I seriously don't, and honestly don't know what the future holds. Can't end up just flipping a herd of about 5,000 goats. So, I don't know. What do you reckon? Can't sell them. Can't keep building luxury accommodation for them. And can't keep increasing our workload, which is almost at full capacity. I hardly have time to wet a line now, guys. Bloody great fishing lake there and no time to fish it. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Also struggling to find a supplier of enough Napier grass cuttings to warrant getting a tractor in. That was supposed to be our next, well, it is our next big project to increase the amount of food growing on the land. But we can't get the tractor in until we've got the Napier secured. So at the moment, every time we cut Napier, we just take cuttings from them, and any with roots, then we put them to one side, and then we just grow them where we can squeeze them in and keep them watered. All right, Thor. Hey, Thor is supposed to be the future of our herd. He's part of the Brownie bloodline, as is beautiful Heidi there. And Thor is the son or the buckling of our biggest goat, which is Owenetta, which is Brownie's first daughter. And he's a lovely temperament. Not only is he huge, he is so friendly. And yeah, we got a big hopes for him. Because with so many goats, we always need a backup. And although Sergei does a cracking job keeping the ladies well serviced, if something was to happen to him, then we need someone else to step up to the plate. And so you're going to have a happy time here, mate. He's so chilled. Great lad. And Brownie, Heidi, Owenetta, and Money as well, all from the Brownie line. They just don't get sick. It's incredible. It really is incredible. There's Brownie there. Okay. I've said it before, I'll say it again, she is the backbone of our herd. Always has been. Fantastic goat. Alright, mate, so you've got a stay of execution, Tongte, haven't you? Dear me. Let's have a look down here. There's Sprout. Only one of two girls that not been able to get her pregnant. not personally. There's the lovely Vivian there. What a beautiful goat, hey? Hey? Not that friendly, a little bit shy, ain't you? There's Owenetta. Oh, that's the mum of Thor. Alright, girl. She's even got her own song. But we're not singing it today, are we, Owenetta, eh? We're not singing it today, girl. She's feeding Thor, taking care of him, and she's still big. I mean, this all goats are skinny in the mornings because they shit everything out in the house at night. But she's a unit. I'm a bit behind on my biochar burns. Isn't me, Jasmine, eh? Hey, Natasha. So here's Sergei. He's still doing the rounds. He's still packing the weight on as well. He's still not fully grown. And it's a good job he's nice and healthy, because normally a goat his age wouldn't be able to cope with all these ladies. So another month or two and Thor's going to be slipping the odd cheeky one in, which we don't mind at all. And hopefully eventually we can move Sergei on. Incredibly, we have had two local goat farmers, just turn up out the blue here over the past week, asking if we had a book for sale. So yeah, both goat farmers had suffered heavy losses. Not well, I suppose it would be financially, but they've had a lot of deaths. One of them lost all 20 goats. Not too sure what's actually happened there. We didn't get too much information, and they just bought a load of others. And lo and behold, they've started dying. So jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, I think, there. But yeah, they still wanted to buy more goats and wanted a buck. I suppose looking back now, if we'd have realised, we could have let Sergei go for a few baht, and that would have put a halt on to pregnancies. I know it stops the herd moving forward, but perhaps pausing production for, well, I was going to say hopefully for just a few months, might be a beneficial thing to happen. So I don't know. Toon has got contact for one of the goat farmers, so maybe that's just popped in my head, and might be a situation that might be beneficial for them and for us. I don't know. All right, Elon. Good lad. DJ. All right, Tangmo. Well, there we have it. Porpeang farm goat herd in a state of flux at the moment. Who knows what's going to happen, eh? We certainly don't.